Hi, Erica. How you doing? I was reading and writing, and I agree. It's don't get frustrated because you're doing really good stuff here, and the amount that you're learning just by putting pencil to paper and duplicating these letter forms, you're learning whether you know it or not. You're learning a tremendous amount about type mechanics, um, letter design, and typography itself in terms of some of the small nuances that are built into typefaces to make things more consistent, as well as the obvious nuance that designers can do to make type read easier. And that, of course, I'm referring to letter spacing, kerning, and word spacing. All right. So we look at this, and again, I just really feel this need to apologize for the fact that we're getting these inconsistent downloads. I think if they would have submitted, I mean, if they would have just had a PDF right in there, a PDF don't change, and nothing can change. A PDF is basically look the same on one computer to the next, so we wouldn't have these inconsistencies. For that reason, I'm going to supply you guys with a PDF of Adobe Garamond Pro, and we're going to use that for the final iteration. I'll get that up today and make sure that you all have access to that so you can use that so we can get some good, nice, consistent results to compare to each other as we're moving through the final iteration of Fire and Ice. Okay, so your letter forms look good, and yes, I agree. We got some inconsistency in letter sizes, and that's not your fault as you described. But as far as kerning goes, oh, and have that mimosa. Sit back and have that mimosa because this is a grueling exercise, especially the fact that you're asked to do it 2 during week 1 and 2 during week 2, not to mention your trial errors. So yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. So kick back when you have a minute later on Friday night. Tonight's Friday, awesome day for a mimosa, right? There you go. All right, so let's look at our kerning. This is a little wide right here. And I know why it's really difficult for students to want to tuck that in there because of the way that F is going to behave with that, with the serif, with the dot of that I is going to behave with the serif of that F. It's going to be kind of weird, but you do want to get that in there a little bit further. When you do, you'll see that this is kerned beautifully. The serifs look great, and so is this. Excuse me one sec. Excuse me. So the only difference here really is if that needs to come in a little bit. That'll be perfect. The A is really weird, and I'm not going to hold you accountable for that A, but let's take a look at a Garamond Pro A. Excuse me, and then let's take a look at your A, and it's the only way I can do this. I'm sorry, it's a really wonky way to try to figure out this workflow here, but it's all I have since we're not using PDFs. There we go. Okay, so that's an Adobe Garamond. That's an Adobe Garamond Pro. So that's what that A looks like. So I can definitely see some differences in your A. So we'll get those consistencies down pat and not have to worry about those. Excuse me. All right, and then I think that word with that weird A, it's kind of difficult, but there's a big space there as well as there. Don't forget you get straight. You get straight letter form coming against a curved letter form, and you want to close that in, that space in a little bit. And then ice, I think the whole word can be pulled closer. So just keep doing what you're doing. Erica, please don't get frustrated. I mean, I know it's asking a lot because it's a frustrating exercise, but just know that, it's not going to be perfect craft, and especially the problems we've been having. So just do the best you can with the next file, Adobe Garamond Pro. And please rest assured, this is our last hand-rendered kerning exercise. So you can work the cramps out of your hands for good after this one, after the final iteration. Okay, awesome job. Hey, if you have any questions, I'm right here. So if you do, Erica, give me a holler. All right, thanks very much.